Imagine opening your eyes in a place where the sun, not your phone, yanks you out of sleep. A sun so hot it feels like someone kicked open the door of an oven and left it hanging. Welcome to ancient Greece, a land of storytellers and stone temples, of sparkling seas and dusty roads, of great minds and grim odds. Heroes may pose on painted pottery, but most people are ordinary folk fighting grime, hunger, heat, and each other. You are about to spend one very long, very real day as one of them. Take a breath. There will be few chances to rest. Dawn. Light spills through shutters that are only thin planks. Your house is mud brick mixed with straw, baked hard by yesterday's blaze. In summer, it turns into a clay pot around you. In winter, it leaks cold like a cracked jar. The roof is flat, laid with reeds and mud. Whenever rain comes, it drips in spots you can never predict. You share this single room with parents, children, maybe a grandparent, and an anxious goat that believes every corner is its corner. Privacy? The word does not exist yet. Everyone knows how everyone else sleeps, snores, coughs, dreams, mutters. If you want a secret thought, you must whisper to the night sky. You lay on a bundle of dry straw. A thin wool blanket lies over you, if you own one. A cloak rolled under your neck acts as a pillow, though it smells of sweat, campfire smoke, and old goat. Lice treat your scalp like a city in full festival. Fleas hop on and off as they please. You scratch until you bleed, but life goes on. Children curl against parents for warmth. Someone always wakes early to mend a torn tunic, sharpen a knife, or cough out last year's dust. The air tastes of people, animals, and lamp smoke. There is no tap to turn for clean water. Your first task is hauling it. Clay jugs sit empty by the door, their sides rough on bare arms. You step into the street, really a dirt lane paved with broken pots, chicken droppings, and fish guts someone missed yesterday. The public fountain is a long walk away, downhill on the way there, uphill on the return, of course. As you walk, you pass homes just like yours, walls patched with reed mats, small windows barred with sticks, doors made from scrap wood stolen from ships too old to sail. Behind every door, new day's worries creak awake. The fountain is a low stone trough fed by a spring or an aqueduct if your city is rich. Everyone lines up. Women gossip, children chase pigs, men complain that the line moves slower every year. You dip the jar, hoping no dead rat bloats under the surface today. The jar now weighs as much as a sleeping toddler, only it sloshes and wants to escape. You balance it on your shoulder, praying your sandals, if you have sandals, don't snap. Back home, water means life. You pour a little into a bronze basin. Washing is quick. Splash face, wipe eyes, maybe rinse armpits. Soap? There is none. Olive oil is your cleaner. You could not afford perfume, so you rub oil on skin, then scrape it off with a bronze strigil shaped like a tiny sickle. The oil lifts yesterday's sweat, dust, smoke, and dead skin. You examine the gray-brown sludge on the blade, flick it outside for flies to enjoy, and move on. Teeth? Crush charcoal. Dab a twig in the powder, scrub lightly, spit black. Your mouth now tastes like burnt wood but feels less furry. Breakfast is the same nearly every day. Barley bread called maza. It is dense, dry, almost tart. You soften it in watered wine because straight water might carry disease, but the wine's alcohol kills some germs, or so people believe. If fortune smiles, you add an olive or two, maybe honey if bees did well this year. Eggs exist but belong to chickens roaming temples. Fruit is seasonal and rarely spared for breakfast. Women and children wait for men to finish before they take a bite. Still hungry? Too bad. Food must stretch to night. Clothes are simple rectangles. You step into a linen chiton, a sheet folded, pinned at shoulders with bronze brooches, belted at the waist with a rope. That rope is your only line of defense when wind howls through alleys. Underwear? A novelty nobody yet imagines. On cold days, you drape a thicker wool himation over one shoulder, but it catches every smell in town. Sandals are leather soles tied with cords. Most poor souls just walk barefoot. Your feet grow calluses thick as pottery shards. Now comes work, because anyone who does not work will not eat. If you are a farmer, and most are, you head to fields outside the city. The soil is rocky. Every seed hides from you in dust. You swing a wooden plow fitted with an iron tip, pulled by an ox so old it remembers heroes of myth. You coax it forward, sweat pouring into your eyes. The sun climbs, hotter, brighter, meaner. Cicadas scream from olive branches, mocking you. By noon, your wool belt feels like an iron chain. Salt crusts on your brow. Your back burns red. but the ground only half obeys. Harvest will be thin, and taxes relentless. If you're a potter, your kiln waits. You shape clay with fingers cramped from yesterday's orders. Water drips from a sponge to keep clay soft. Flies drown in it. The wheel creaks, the kiln roars, the heat bakes your arms even before the sun reaches you. You crave shade but cannot stop. Each jar must be strong, cheap, and stamped with a pattern, so trade ships will choose yours over hundreds. One cracked amphora costs you dinner, so you tap every rim, listening for the right ring. If you are a rower on a trireme, your work is the sea. You march to the harbor, find your bench on a warship, so narrow your knees, brush the man ahead. The captain shouts, 170 oars dip in one breath. Salt spray slaps your eyes, rope blisters open on palms. You row until shoulders scream, then row more because the drum still beats. Ships fight over trade routes, pirates hunt for weakness, city-states threaten each other for islands barely big enough for a goat. When battle comes, rams smash hulls, water floods in, men flail. If you swim well, you might reach shore. If not, the sea keeps you. Military life claims every free male sooner or later. In Athens, you train at 18, in Sparta, at 7. Armor is bronze, a breastplate, greaves, helmet, round shield taller than a toddler. Buying it empties your purse, but turning up without it shames your family. Spartans drill all day, run in sand, wrestle, throw javelins, fight barehanded until blood stains the yard. In Athens, drills are fewer, but wars still call. When Persians sail across blue water, every man lines up on the plain, shield locked to shield, spear ready. One thrust, one slip, and you join the dirt. If you live, a poet may sing your name, or your mother may just thank the gods she still has a son. Women's world runs closer to home, but no gentler. At dawn, they grind barley on a stone quern. The quern hums low, the handle wears blisters into palms. They weave on upright looms, pushing yarn through cotton clouds, beating threads tight. A bolt of cloth can pay taxes, buy oil, or trade for pottery. Between tasks, they nurse babies, scold toddlers, braid daughters' hair. They haul water, knead dough, kindle the hearth fire. They see the midwife often. Sickness, birth, miscarriage, fever. In Athens, they cannot vote or own land. Stepping outside alone invites gossip. In Sparta, they stand taller, trained to run, wrestle, and speak in court. But that freedom comes because Spartan men march off so often someone must manage estates and raise strong heirs. Even so, childbirth kills many. Funerals for mothers are as common as weddings for daughters. Children's games are quick moments stolen from chores. Boys kick pig bladders filled with air, chase hoops with sticks, wrestle in dust until elbows bleed. Girls sing skipping songs, toss knucklebones, tell stories with dolls made from rags and clay. Toys break, chores return. At 6, they help in fields, shops, kitchens, school, only for the wealthy. And they learn reading by scratching letters in wax tablets with bronze style that leave grooves like tiny rivers. The agora, the city square, starts buzzing by mid-morning. Stalls spread figs, garum fish sauce, dyed wool, and bronze trinkets. Smell mingles, sweet honey, sour wine, raw meat, and sweat. Merchants shout prices, slaves haul baskets, beggars rattle empty bowls. Philosophers stand on steps, drape cloaks just so, and hurl questions at passers-by. What is justice? Where does courage live? Some answer, most ignore and keep shopping. Still, words float like bees, landing on minds ripe for honey, or sting. Democracy in Athens pulses here. Any male citizen over 20 can stand, speak, praise, scold. A herald calls for order. Thousands wave hands to vote. You raise yours, hoping the sun does not blind you. Laws change with a show of palms. The system feels grand, but leaves out foreigners, women slaves, nearly everyone. Play politics poorly, and your rivals scratch your name on an ostrakhan, a bit of pottery. Enough shards with your name, and you pack bags for 10 years of exile. No trial needed. Slavery is the engine nobody likes to see, but everyone keeps oiled. Slaves clean houses, write accounts, mine silver in dark tunnels where dust kills lungs before 30. Some teach children, plan banquets, or row ships under whips. A lucky few buy freedom by saving tips from market errands. Most never do. Laws treat them as things. They cannot marry legally, own property, or testify in court except under torture, for only pain forces a slave to tell truth, or so people think. Lunch sneaks in late, a break only if work allows. Maybe a handful of olives, dried figs, cheese if goats gave milk. Bread again, thin wine again. You eat fast under a fig tree if one grows nearby, or in the shade of a half-built wall. Flies compete for your food. You wave them off until you give up and let them share. Afternoon heat rules all. Cicadas drone like a saw. Air flickers above dusty paths. Farmers and potters push on because time is grain. Grain is life. Rowers still row, soldiers still drill, slaves still sweat. The body learns to ignore thirst until it cannot. A fainting man risks mockery. Too much wine last night. But water is scarce. A deep well may grant a cool sip if the bucket still hangs. Illness lurks. A tiny cut gathers dirt, swells, turns purple. A cough sticks for months until ribs ache. Doctors share theories. The four humors must stay in balance. Too much phlegm? Drink wine spiced with pepper. Too much blood? They open a vein. Fevers meet willow bark, garlic, or prayers. Some cures work by accident, some kill by design. Surgical tools exist, bronze scalpels, bone saws, hooks, but no pain relief beyond strong wine, and sometimes they operate on the kitchen table. Survivors limp away legends. Evening slides in with a little breeze. Streets fill with people done with work. Musicians pluck lyres under doorways. Storytellers recite Homer until throats crack. In good years, festivals bloom. Torches on temples, dancers twirling, drums beating. You might join a procession, carrying a tray of cakes shaped like little moons for Artemis. Or you might slip into the theater where tragedies roar. Seats are stone benches. You sit on your cloak to spare your bones. The play lasts all day. 3 tragedies, 1 bawdy satyr play. Masks show laughing faces as tall as helmets, their mouth holes amplifying voices. The chorus chants moral warnings. The crowd cheers, jeers, throws nutshells when bored. Dinner waits for stars. The family gathers around a low table. Everyone reclines on mats if space allows. Stew bubbles, lentils, onions, maybe scraps of goat or fish if luck held. Bread sops broth, olive oil drips, wine loosens tongues. Stories pour out, how the plow cracked, how the market cheated, how the neighbor broke a leg. Children drift asleep. A small lamp gives light. It will burn precious oil, so you pinch the wick soon. Night is still busy. Some men meet in back rooms to plot trade deals, bribe officials, or carve poems into wax tablets. Lovers whisper behind ovens. Cats hunt rats. Dogs bark at passing drunks who sing off-key hymns to Dionysus. Soldiers on duty pace city walls, shields clanging, eyes scanning black hills for enemy fires. Old people tell younger ones of strange omens. A comet, an eclipse, a dream of bloody rain. Superstition weaves through every breath. You lie down on scratchy straw again. Muscles throb, heat lingers in walls. The goat bumps you at least twice, demanding space. You scratch lice bites and hope sleep comes fast. Somewhere beyond roofs, the Aegean murmurs against rocks. Stars blaze. The same ones sailors use to cross seas, the same ones farmers trust to time sowing. You wonder if the gods watched your day, weighed your deeds? Did you forget a prayer? Skip a sacrifice? Will Zeus throw a thunderbolt because you snapped at your sister? Nobody knows, but everyone hopes tomorrow dawns without disaster. Life expectancy is short, but hope is long. Babies die, yes, but midwives still hum lullabies. Wars rage, but poets still sing. Fields bake, but vines clutch stones and give sweet grapes. With little, Greeks build much. Columns that kiss sky, words that question everything, ships that race like gulls, stories that echo forever. Their present is heavy, yet they aim for immortality through art, thought, bravery, laughter. They leave footprints so deep, we still walk in them. Could you last a day? Maybe you would faint under the noon sun, gag at the smell of shared oil, trip over your own chiton in the street, or curse the endless bread. Or maybe you would find a strange rhythm in the rawness, the closeness of family, the taste of olives straight from the tree, the chill of marble under bare feet in a temple, the sudden thrill when a philosopher's riddle sparks in your mind. Hardships bite, but life pulses loud, immediate, bright. So pull on that linen, hitch up the water jug, greet the goat, and step outside. The road is dusty, the sun is fierce, and the day is young. In ancient Greece, surviving a day is an adventure, and every adventure might end up carved on a vase or whispered around a fire long after you are gone. The gods may be busy elsewhere, but the chores are waiting, and so is history.